Yes, from across the nation, around the world, down your alley and up your block. They're all watching out there, Miss Megan.
They're all watching.
Yo, Carolina and Megan and Jack are here, and Jamarcus joining us soon. And this being National Corn Chip Day, and it is also National Puzzle Day. I don't have the patience for puzzles myself.
I've bought, like, what's the longest, most pieces you've put
Jigsaw
together?
puzzle.
No, I know, but like, what's one that you've put together?
I don't mess. Mary bought a jigsaw puzzle the other day, and it had a theme, and she liked the theme, but I ain't opening the box.
I remember
I don't open the box.
going to my grandparents' house in Anderson, and you would kind of like, you know, walk in through the back.
It's on a card table.
Yeah.
Some people just leave
That's
them.
what I'm saying. Like in this room that we weren't always at, they were always a card
That's
table.
an
And then,
old
you know, you would,
person thing.
I know,
No,
I
no
remember
offense.
grandparents. But like, you know, you'd start with the little corners and then you would do it. And
I don't have, you know,
I'd do it for
ADD
about 2
people
minutes.
don't-
I was like, how good it feel when it's stuck together.
Yeah, but the attention span with ADD, at least my dose of the ADD, I can't just sit there and do that for hours.
No, but it feels so good when you're like, oh, I found one. But they all look the same.
You need a life. I'm going to try to help you.
Help me,
find
Jack.
other
Give me a
interest.
life.
I'm going to
Give me
try
a-
to help
give me
you
a
find
life.
some other interest.
Yeah, me and the puzzles, you know.
Yeah. Tom Selleck, 75 today.
Okay.
He was supposed to be Indiana Jones. But at the time, he was doing a TV show called Magnum P.I., and he couldn't get out of the contract. But Tom Selleck of Blue Bloods was supposed to be Indiana Jones.
I know there's some people that love, I mean, they talk
My
about
wife
him.
loves that man.
He thinks he's
Golly.
the mustache.
And everybody can't wear a mustache.
No.
Some people look sinister with a mustache.
Yes.
He does not.
No, that's like how it's supposed to be.
Don't you think?
That's how it's supposed to be worn.
Here, he's not going to stay with that show, though.
Why?
That's the rumor. I don't know.
Where is he going to get? What's
What
he
would the
going
show
to
be
do?
without him?
I
Blue
mean,
Bloods.
yeah, do you have to have a different leading
Well,
character?
look how much money he must have. I mean, Lord, he's had a good career.
Yeah, is your cord messed?
I'm fixing it.
Y'all don't understand the ear troubles we've had. It's, like, I can't even hear my producer. She's sitting here telling me how amazing I am, and I'm saying great things, and I can't even hear. Is that what she's saying?
My first joke I ever thought of in grade school was about the ear. Would you like to hear it?
I think so.
I guess it was during geography class.
Okay, I think so.
Do you know what that little canal in your outside ear that goes inside?
What?
The Erie Canal. See, that was a place in geography. I think that was the first joke I ever thought. The Erie Canal.
And then you were like,
from
you
Lake
know-
Erie to another
Did
lake.
you get a good laugh?
I don't know. That was the same year I swallowed a BB. I'll never forget that. Have you ever swallowed something you shouldn't have swallowed?
A penny.
You swallowed,
I swallowed
a penny?
a penny on purpose. I think it was on purpose. I remembered. I mean, I was in. Do you know where Hainsworth, the school Hainsworth
I've
is?
heard of it. I've been to every
Greenwood?
school.
I know. This is
in
like
the world.
kind of off Stone Avenue, kind of. And I remember there, and I
You
swallowed
put
a penny.
in your mouth.
Or was it a button? Maybe it was a button.
Now it's changing.
No, it was a
little
button.
tiny
It was a button at Hainsworth, and it was a penny at home.
Well, I didn't do that. I accidentally
But
swallowed a BB.
let's rewind. Why did you have a BB in your mouth?
I don't know. That was like 5th grade or something.
And you're
I'll
like-
never forget when the principal at Foster Park Elementary School, he had a paddle. Now, I never got a paddle, but he had a paddle and there were holes in the paddle, so
Ooh, yeah.
dynamically he could hit you hard. That was the principal that ran off with the school secretary. I remember that like it was yesterday.
He was using that
How
paddle on
impressive.
people other
Well,
than the students.
5th grade. I mean, we just were floored.
I
What was his
remember.
name? Sid something.
Is he alive still?
I pray to God not.
Sid, if you've remarried and
I'm
this
just
is
trying.
not
I'm trying to be edgy. This is so many years ago.
You're trying to be edgy. I remember at Summit Drive Elementary.
Yeah, I've been there.
Okay, being in the 3rd grade. I think
That
it
would
was
be
third.
right after the second.
3rd or 4th.
Make up your mind.
They would, if you got in trouble, and I remember little boy Chris, I've never forgotten him. I don't think I've seen him since elementary school.
Yeah.
He did something bad, and they brought the principal in, and we all sat there, and they turned him over and paddled him like 3 times.
I don't think you can do that stuff
Well, now
anymore.
you can't do that, but it just seemed so, and I remember, because I kind of was it's going to be hard for you to believe, but I was a little bit of a talker in school, so sometimes I would get
One day you would have a talk show.
I would sometimes get in trouble. I was like, ooh, I'm not getting paddled in front of everybody.
I've seen the 2nd grade report card. I think that was Central School in Union, and it said, Jackie has a tendency to like to talk. second.
I
But
mean,
again,
it
it
could
was
be
like
worse.
great.
Yeah. Okay,
well,
so
the worst thing.
You'll appreciate this. We were at our basketball game.
I'll be the judge of that.
Okay,
What was it?
because of what we're talking about, it fit right in. We're at our basketball game on Saturday.
Yes.
Olds game, and this sweet lady came walking up to me, and she was like, "Megan, I don't know if you remember me." She was like, "But I taught you math." And I was like, "Oh, do I owe you?" I was like, "Do I owe you an apology? Do I owe you an apology, or you know what?" And she was like, "You were just," and my mom is standing there, and Will's standing here, and she was like, "You were so sweet, and it was just so good to see you come out of your shell because you were so quiet."
Yeah.
Will goes, "Are you sure you?" And I was like, "Can you say that one more time so everybody hears this?"
See, Mary gets that about me from other people. Is he always like this? I mean, can you shut him up at home? And Mary says he doesn't open his mouth. Well, home is different than when you're out.
Yeah.
And
Home, you
kind of makes me feel bad. What?
You're
I'm the same
all the way.
Well,
You
and
never.
we don't like the way you are, so change, okay?
No, Heather's the same until about 8:58, and then all of a sudden you're like, you better keep it up because if she's out. At
She
9
walks the
o'clock,
straight and narrow.
She's out. There's
You
no
know,
more.
Valentine's Day is coming up. Just so you'll know, there's a law firm in Tennessee that will give you a free divorce if you come in on February 17th.
Have to come in on the 17th, not
Yeah.
the 14th.
Well, that's the date I have written down here. When is Valentine's
the
Day?
14th.
Always?
Yeah.
I think you have to do it just 17th. It's
On the 7th, you'll get a free.
close to Valentine's Day.
Nothing says romance like, baby, we getting a divorce.
Well, I think that's tacky. But anyway, let me strike through that.
All right, strike out.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
The Olympics coming up. Is
Yeah.
that? I hope that's not in China, is it? It's in Japan.
Yes.
The Olympics. Oreo now will have a red, white, and blue cream-filled Oreo.
But
in
it'll
honor.
still taste the same. It's just
well,
different flavor.
They all
I mean,
taste
it's
good.
just different food
They all
coloring,
taste
right?
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Well, like you got to do this double stuff. Once you go with the double stuff, you can't ever go back to
God, I
the.
love it. I hate the thin ones. The more you gook in the middle,
Yeah.
the more. Isn't that called gook?
Gook.
I think it's gook.
Yeah. Normally you say that junk in the middle. Well,
Okay.
This could be a good question of the day. We should bring Jamarcus in because he's our residential foodie. Y'all go to our Facebook page and play along with our question of the day, which of course is brought to you by Spinks. And Jamarcus, we were talking about.
Sorry.
We were talking about Oreos and how once you go with the big cream, you can't go
Double
with the
stuff.
little
You can't.
one.
Yeah, I mean, I can't eat just one cookie. I mean,
No.
Or a chip. The things you
Desserts.
just can't eat one of.
yeah.
Can
Desserts
you-
are my problem. That's the reason why I work out every day. That's
work
the only
out for
reason is so
desserts.
I can eat all the desserts.
But what one dessert you just can't resist?
Can't resist.
No, there's not a
No.
dessert that I can. I mean, cheesecake. I have
our
bought a
producers.
cheesecake one time and eaten the whole thing by myself.
Right.
It's not. I'm not proud of it.
And
It's
that was
It
happened.
my
happens.
sunset.
Yeah, because you can't have just one slice.
But it has to have that perfect
It can be
kind
the
of
cheapest
graham
cheesecake.
cracker.
It can be the cheapest cheesecake in Walmart.
Well, but there are only so many really desserts. I mean, after you get past the pies and cakes, I mean, what else?
Oh, you don't even know.
Cherry pie and lemon pie.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker. Those two.
We got to go
Tiramisu.
travel together,
Tiramisu.
Jack.
I could never. If I never had tiramisu again in my whole life, I would be okay with that.
I stopped in every pastry shop in New York. I was in New York over the
And you
weekend.
bought stuff and took it back to the
I
hotel?
ate all the
All
things.
of it.
What's the
you
best
sitting
thing
in
in
your
New York?
hotel
Like,
Well, see, I'm the original sugarholic.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed because I don't have the diabetes.
It's
but
hard.
I shouldn't eat that.
I think it's hard to resist like a fresh baked chocolate chip cookie right out of the oven.
but we were also going crazy over that stecca bread yesterday from Swan Bradley Cafe.
Oh.
Because people that don't know about the stecca, stecca is life.
And guess who didn't touch it? I
You.
was like, no, don't.
You
Nope,
know
don't
what's
do it.
good? Take a Ritz cracker and put Philadelphia cream cheese on it and then just put a little bit of pepper jelly.
Ooh, I have had that. Who made that? Oh,
Pumpkin
Francine.
pie?
I think Francine
Pumpkin
Bryson
pie.
made that.
Oh, she would
It
know.
was
I can
so
resist
good.
pumpkin
Green
pie.
pepper jelly because it's not peppery and hot. The red may be hot.
But yes.
What? You like that?
I like the crust, like when it's apple pie season. Mary Lou, I'm
Yeah.
sure you're watching. She knows it's that.
St. James.
They come on, and
They
I don't
do.
even
They
need.
can
I don't
make-
even need a fork.
I know.
To start, I'm like, well, Megan will eat.
They had
this
me over
one.
making pies. I was not doing a good job at it, but they were so sweet about it.
Oh,
I had
that,
so
the
much
pie
fun.
crust. That's what I can.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can resist the gunk inside.
I have to make
but
a
it's the
confession about
crust.
the worst thing that I ate in New York. So you guys know
no,
I've been
okay.
a pescatarian. I haven't been eating meat.
Yes.
But I
Did
was
you get
in-
some street meat? You gotta get
What did
street
you
I
meat.
did
eat?
not get street
Hot
meat.
dog on the
Street
street.
meat's the best.
But so no, there was this place that was like their take on chicken and waffles. So I wanted some chicken. So it was a waffle cone, a full-grown man waffle cone.
You walking around
with chicken
with a
nuggets
chicken
in it
tender
with sauce on it.
Oh, that
I don't get
sounds
that
good.
It was chicken and waffles.
I know, but I just don't understand the
So
I like that.
if you see a restaurant with that chicken and waffle cone, it came from New York. I brought it back.
You brought it back. Jamarcus is bringing us the chicken and a waffle cone and the cereal bar.
I ate it with no regrets, and there was no alcohol in my system.
You were just like, were they like the little chicken?
He was wobbling
the
a little
chicken?
bit for some reason.
Oh, they're big.
Yep, you overdosed on Hershey's Kisses.
I did work out every day when I was on vacation.
That's not like the
so-
worst food though you could
And
eat.
you walk 1,000 miles a day in New York City, so I was like, well, let me eat.
Give me the chicken and
You
waffle.
know the one thing entree that I stay away from?
What?
And I'm not a health nut. It's that Alfredo sauce. Anything that says Alfredo
You
sauce
do it?
in a restaurant. Well, I'm just telling you.
Heather's like, those
your
are fight
blood-
words.
Your blood's temporarily
Olive Garden.
slows up in your veins.
But here's what you
when
do.
you put that in your body.
Because when we go to Olive Garden, or the OG as we like to call it, and you get the grilled
picked
chicken,
up shrimp the other
fettuccine, you just get the Alfredo sauce on the side, and then
Oh, you can do that?
Yes.
Didn't know that.
Dip the breadsticks.
And then you dip the breadsticks in it.
And butter them up and eat that.
I'm all about just like owning up to it, eat the Alfredo sauce.
the Alfredo.
And then work it off
Just-
later.
Are you
Isn't
doing
that
it-
really bad for me?
Yeah,
I just
Probably. If you
remember
did
being
it-
told that.
Says the one that's like, I'm
When I
gonna
had black
take the
hair.
sugar cookie
And
and just
dip
eat
it in
the
sugar.
icing, but no Alfredo
And then
sauce.
put it in the sugar bath.
Got limits.
He's going,
That's when I feel decadent.
Yeah.
You get the little can of icing that Heinz or whoever,
Uh-huh.
and you just spread that sucker on that sugar.
Decadence, pure decadence.
And your eyes kind of.
is it lunchtime?
Your eyes
It's only,
kind of
it's
wobble
only
back in your
9/11.
head as you eat it.
I should have worn my shirt today that says, I have a shirt that says, I'm only here for the food.
I'm only here for the food.
usually-
I got a word of the day.
Tell me.
Lucilent. It means clearly expressed. That's something we just did. Lucilent.
There we go. Well,
We did.
We've done that. We've solved that one. Now let's talk hair. And you know who has really good hair?
Doesn't he have good hair?
That guy right there. Yeah, Mama C has some hair. She just went and got hers done yesterday. But losing your hair, y'all, it can be traumatic for anyone. Women are suffering too. So the sooner you act, the more options you have. Wilson is going to give us some tips when we come back.
I wonder if he can do a fade up top. I need a haircut.
I bet he could.
Plus, practice hard and your dreams may come true. This little man found a love for the Michigan Marching Band. Steve Hartman is taking us on the road this morning. This is a story you don't want to miss.
So good.
Wings Etc. Highway 9. I was eating there yesterday. You know, they can turn out 500 wings in 15 minutes. But I'm warning you now, Wings Etc. You got to order early to pick up food to go home and watch the big game, or get there early on Sunday to get the table with the big screen TVs. But Wings Etc. Again, great place. They're ready for the big game Sunday, and they'll pump out ribs or beef ribs. How about shrimp? I think today is shrimp day. So ask about that. Wings Etc. Highway
Shrimp
9.
Day.
Yeah, and Hush Puppies too. That's in Boiling Springs.
Furnishings for your Carolina are provided by Jeff Lynch, appliances, electronics, bedding, furniture.